Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the man charged with killing a 15-year-old boy in Rowan County was in court yesterday. And as several states out west battle wildfires, the Kentucky Division of Forestry is one of many agencies offering help to their neighbors in need.
Dedicated to eastern and southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee. Here on this Wednesday, July 30th, we are at 5:31 this morning, and it's time for a check of our weather with meteorologist Megan Dusmal on this hot start to our Wednesday. And we'll prepare you right now. It is hot.
Yeah, it is hot. It is muggy. It's all those adjectives we've been using this past week. But the good news is today is one of those, not the last, but one of those last days as temperatures are getting cooler heading into the weekend. Let's look into that forecast for you. A bit of a foggy start to the day, especially for more of our eastern counties in the WYMT viewing area. And temperatures are sitting in the low 70s. Now, we will see temperatures warming up into the afternoon, but this is the last time we'll be looking at low to mid 90s as the upper 80s come out to play tomorrow. But still remember, it's going to be hot for today. Make sure you're staying hydrated, especially this afternoon. We're looking at nice and clear skies this morning, just a little bit of some clouds rolling through the region. We will have some chances for some storms as we're heading to the afternoon, with most of the region staying dry. The highest chances for storm activity will be as you're traveling closer to the state of Virginia. Here's a look at the next 12 hours, looking at a mixture of partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. High temperatures for the day around 4 p.m. Amelia.
Kentucky State Police are asking for help locating a missing man from Pike County. Troopers say 34-year-old David Cook of Pikeville was last seen on July 27th in the Pikeville area. He's described as a white man, 6 feet tall, about 160 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He may be driving a 2016 Kia Soul, as seen on your screen, with Kentucky tag N3W163. Anybody with information is asked to call KSP Post 9 at 606-433-7711. Members with the Somerset Fire Department responded to a crash early yesterday. The vehicle crash happened near Pump House Road and Beverly Drive. Crews say they were able to free a patient who had been trapped. 2 patients were taken to the hospital. Their conditions are not known. A Johnson County woman was sentenced to nearly 5 years in prison in a federal drug case. Tiffany Blanton pleaded guilty to possessing with the intent to distribute a mixture or substance containing a detectable amount of meth earlier this year. She was arrested last August when police found nearly 87 grams of actual methamphetamine inside a vehicle that she occupied. The man charged with killing a 15-year-old boy in Rowan County was in court yesterday. Gildardo Martinez is charged with murder in the shooting death of Luis Jackson Nunez Lopez. Police say he was the son of Martinez's girlfriend. Martinez is also charged with assault, attempted rape, and fleeing and evading police. Moorhead police detectives say Steve Justice says Lopez's mother told police the suspect, Gildardo Martinez, was at a bar before the shooting, so his intoxication level was a topic of discussion within the hearing. Lopez's 12-year-old sister was also shot. Justice says the evidence shows she may have been shot while she was in her bedroom after Martinez shot Lopez.
According to UK, she has an injury to her cheek, her neck, and her backside area.
Detective Justice shared that Lopez's 12-year-old sister is still in the hospital for her injuries. This case will be moving forward to a grand jury. A Rockcastle County woman faces charges after police found drugs on her during a traffic stop. Police in Laurel County pulled Lori Lee Smith over last weekend between I-75 and Kentucky 909. When police approached Smith, they say she was driving a silver Nissan Rogue and was found under the influence with suspected fentanyl and oxycodone. She was taken to the Laurel County Correctional Center. A Laurel County man was sentenced to 13 years in prison for the conspiracy of trafficking meth. According to Brandon Bussel's plea agreement, Bussel and an associate developed access to sources from who they obtained meth between December of 2023 and March of last year. On one occasion, Bussel crashed after attempting to deliver a meth mixture on his way to Laurel County. Police found more than a kilogram of the meth mixture, along with a loaded firearm, scales, and cash. A Letcher County man was arrested after he was found with a large amount of suspected meth with a child in his presence. Last Friday, state police went to a home in the Isom community after getting a search warrant. When they went to the home, Billy Sturgill was in. Troopers say they also found suspected cocaine, marijuana, and scales. They say Sturgill was also a convicted felon. He was taken to the Letcher County Jail. People are cleaning up and assessing water damage in parts of southern Kentucky. This comes after flash flooding occurred in parts of Laurel County. An area off Laurel River Road sustained the most issues. WYMT's Phil Pendleton spoke to people impacted.
It was dark on Green Acres Monday night, and people were either turning in for the night or getting ready to, and they began seeing lots of water from the creek that runs near their homes.
Say about 9:30, I went to bed. My wife stayed up, and about 11:30, she started hollering and screaming. The yard was flooded.
Heavy rains had inundated the area, and water was getting dangerously close to homes.
Well, I'm getting reports of almost 4 inches of rain that occurred in about a 2-hour period here. And again, it was an isolated area that seemed that the storms came in and were just training over this area. And
the flash flooding also resulted in work for the London Laurel County Rescue Squad. They were dispatched out to help rescue a number of people trapped in their homes, including a 90-year-old woman whose home was quickly surrounded by water. 2 bridges were washed out, making access difficult.
Right, it is unusual for this area to receive that amount of rain in that amount of time to have these devastating effects.
Jerry Overby says the water filled his garage and has left him with a lot of work to do.
And I've got about 14 inches of water under my house. I'm having to pump out.
The good news is all can be cleaned up and restored, and none of the losses were tragic in nature. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials say one bridge is out on Green Acres and the other is on Drew Lane. They say people can make alternate routes to access the affected areas. As several states in the western U.S. battle wildfires, the Kentucky Division of Forestry is one of many agencies from throughout the country lending a helping hand. As recent as the fall of 2023, Kentucky needed that same help from outside agencies with forest fires here. So when it came time to return the favor, Kentucky State Forester Brandon Howard says it was just a no-brainer.
When they need help, they just reach out. The states do. They put in an order for our assistance, and then we offer up assistance when we can. Lending a hand to our fellow state agencies to fight wildfires, that's just the right thing to do.
The Kentucky Division of Forestry sent several crews out west this summer as part of a wildfire suppression response. Even though the state's fire season is usually during the fall and spring months, the Kentucky Division of Forestry wants to still encourage you to be mindful of outdoor weather and conditions when burning brush. And here's a reminder for you if you're in Laurel County this morning. The Sheriff's Office is temporarily closing as they move to a new location. The office will be closed from today through Friday. It'll reopen Monday, August 4th at 8 o'clock at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in London. Deputies will still be patrolling roads and responding to calls for emergencies. You can dial 911. Soon, teachers, staff, and students will be readjusting to the school routine. And those in the classroom know germs are no stranger. Ashley Combs is the district health coordinator for Perry County Schools. She says getting a jump start on a steady routine and good nutrition can help students build their immunity up to fight potential illnesses.
Getting in bed, getting a good routine started back early, making sure they stay hydrated, especially with the temperatures. We're coming back to school in August and it's really warm. Just getting back to that routine of being in school, getting healthy breakfast, nutrition, those types of things before they come back to us.
Combs says nurses and teachers in the school systems have already been CPR and AED trained for the year and have also prepped for kids with specific illnesses. And with the new school year approaching, safety is a top priority. To prepare for the upcoming year, law enforcement agencies came together for emergency situation drills at an elementary school in West Virginia. They participated in active threat training to ensure that they're prepared for any type of emergency situation at schools.
It's hoped we never have to use it. It's one of the worst calls we could probably receive because, you know, we all had kids. Some of our officers still have children in the school system.
The safety director says they will be conducting more training drills in schools throughout the week. A second case of measles was confirmed in Louisville. Metro Public Health says the department was notified of the second case Monday. That second positive case is a known contact of the child who was first infected on July 15th. Officials say the person in the second case has been in quarantine since they became aware of their exposure. We are told there have been no new public exposures in the city. Meanwhile, Louisville is not the only city in Kentucky dealing with measles.
To date, there have been 14 cases of measles across the state. I'd like to reiterate that our 2 cases are not related to the outbreak in Fayette and Woodford County.
During their announcement of the first case on July 15th, health officials say the child traveled internationally to a country where there is an ongoing measles outbreak, and it is believed the child got infected during that trip. It's 5:42. Fans of the late Ozzy Osbourne are paying their final respects to the heavy metal icon. That and more on today's ION Entertainment Report.
And we're looking at chance of rain increasing as we're heading into tomorrow.